What's up, everybody? It's Buffalo Ben 15 Golf back at it again. And today we return for the back nine at the tribute course at the Otsego Resort in Gaylord, Michigan. If you guys watched the front nine video, and a lot of you guys did, you guys have ran my last two videos up. I tell you what, I had a good 275 views on my front nine at the Otsego Club tribute in the first 2 weeks. And the Henrik Norlander video that I made, that hit 300 views in like 4 days. So thank you guys so much for showing Mr. Norlander some love. I really thought he deserved to be commemorated for his unbelievable season that he had. And heading into this round, I honestly was not playing some very good golf. I mean, we skipped straight from spring break to like August. I mean, seriously, in the golf logs that I'm posting here. But I had I'm just going to kind of give a semi-spoiler here. I had a really solid like final third of the season. So you guys are going to, this season, its golf logs are going to be a little bit more fall heavy than they were in the last couple years. And based off of the courses that I played, just the environment and just the scenery of everything, I think you guys are really, really going to enjoy that little change up there. So thank you guys so much for running those last couple videos up. Got a couple new subscribers out of it. I think we're closing in on 350. I wouldn't doubt if we hit it before the end of the year. My goal for next year is to double that amount, go from 350 to 700. I think we can do it. I really do. I got some college matches coming up with some folks at Ferris.
Oh, that is just rude.
Definitely not going to be winning them if I hit putts like that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the mid-range putting, all of a sudden, an early miss on this nine.
Costly that'll be.
You saw I made like 3 or 4 6 to 8 footers on the front nine, and some of them had a ton of break in them. But to see that miss there, definitely not a good tone setter for this back nine. That is 5 straight holes that I have not parred. Although I have had one birdie in there, this round is just starting to get really chaotic. And going for the short par 5 and 2, trying to cut the corner, and I double cross it a little bit. Here's your result, folks.
My goodness, this game.
Boy, oh boy. 237. There's going to be some venom in this one, folks.
So there was a little bit of confusion on my end on this hole. The yardage plaque, the stone plaque with the hole map on it at the start of each hole, that said 516 yards from the blue tees, but the scorecard said 441 yards. So I thought to myself, I don't know why I thought that the plaque was right rather than the scorecard. If I have played this course before, I would have known that the scorecard was correct. But I thought that fescue was like 70 yards further than it was, and I guess it was just a little bit of an optical illusion that made it look farther because of how high up the hill sloped. Like I said, Gaylord is the second highest elevation city in the Lower Peninsula after Cadillac. So there are lots of big hills out here, I mean, that view on number 3 on the front nine looked like you were in East Tennessee, right? So definitely a little bit of confusion on my end there. Can't make any excuses for that wimpy effort for a par, and that, my friends, is a 6 on a 441-yard hole. Not gonna do it. Definitely felt like a double. The last 4 holes, I have gone 5 over, and we've kind of fallen back down to earth a little bit on this round. The first 7 holes we were even. The last 4 holes, 5 over. Got to pull it together. And this is definitely a little bit tamer of a hole, a little bit more wide open. Something you'll notice about the back 9 of this course, it's a little bit more wide open. It kind of reminds me of Eagle Glen a little bit. In Farwell, in the Clare area, I've done many golf vlogs there. Hopefully some of you guys have seen all of them. Highly encourage you to check those out. Those are some of my favorite videos that I've ever done. I think the first ever Eagle Glen video I did, course vlog number 39, is in like the top 10 most viewed all-time videos.
All over it. Incredible.
And that's definitely going to be in the top 10 shots of the day on this round. An excellent wedge shot from position A1 in the fairway, taking advantage of the draw lie, being able to kind of maneuver around that bunker, kind of fly it in the direction I wanted to. That was just a great, great golf shot. So definitely nice to finally put a good hole together, as much as I would have liked a birdie. Another 6 to 8 foot miss there. That time burns the other side of the lip. So definitely a little bit of frustration boiling in the putter.
How well this round started, it just feels kind of underwhelming to be 5 over through 12, even though that's objectively decent.
All right, so heading into the 13th hole, the first par 3 on the back 9. Not an easy one. Definitely a lot easier than the first 2 par 3s, with one of them at 190 with a super slender green and the other 210 over water. This green has a lot of space, but the pin was in about the hardest position it possibly could have been, tucked behind that right of the 2 bunkers that flank the front of the green. And just kind of played a little bit too defensively with it. Have a long birdie try, over 50 feet, left or right, downhill. Very, very tough putt to get close. But we're going to need to string some pars together if we're going to get this round back on track.
Unbelievably good. Just go in. Just go in.
And that's exactly what we've done right there. Easily. I don't care that it didn't go in. Easily the best putt I've hit all day, right when we needed it, to string a couple pars together. 5 over with 5 holes left to go, starting to kind of get back on pace to break 80, par 72, so don't have that extra shot to play with that you get sometimes. Keep hitting shots like that, I'm not going to need it. Yeah, that par on 12 did something, didn't it? It sure did. Now we're humming again. Down the fairway. Dang, that, I mean, that, the distance I hit that 3-wood, that, I tell you what, when I catch that 3-wood right, I hit it as far as my driver. I really do. There have been some rounds this year, especially on the Reflections course at Garland, where I interned at. And that course, I've gone that whole course breaking 80 without using driver once. You know, because sometimes I just have a hot day with the 3-wood and don't even need to worry about the driver. Because, you know, even the 3-wood mishits are slightly better than the driver mishits, at least in my personal experience. I understand everybody's different, but that's the way I see it. So a great 3-wood there on that 14th tee shot. Decent enough wedge, decent enough putt, ho-hum, tap-in par. That's what we want. 3 straight tap-in pars, 3 straight greens and reg. We're humming along better now, most definitely.
3 straight pars now, after a really rocky kind of middle third of the round, back in the driver's seat.
Now off to a really open par 4. Very short one as well. It was only playing... On the card it says 369, but the tees were up a little bit today, so it was playing more like 349. So very straightforward tee shot. I mean, surface of the moon. Fairway's probably 50 yards wide, 55 yards wide. What's interesting about it is you can kind of take it at the green if you're brave enough over the bunkers, but you run the risk of... There's like a little fescue inlet that also protects the hole following the bunkers, even if you carry them. So I opted to go for the safe route to the left. Just had to avoid hooking it too much to give myself a wedge in. Very well executed there. A little bit flared, but I did end up making the 2-putt. Sorry I didn't get the video for it. I actually made a pretty nice comebacker after I kind of zipped my first putt by a little bit too much. Now something else zipping by is a man on the mower. Always a tough distraction to deal with. As you see him giving some love to the golf vlog. Appreciate you. I don't know what your name is, but I hope you're watching. Your course is amazing. You work at an amazing place, dude. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? I mean, him wearing a beanie in the summertime, him just, I mean, that's like the ultimate chill move right there, isn't it? But anyway, another fairway hit here. I didn't really hit this tee shot very well, but it was very straight. This is a tough par 5. With the way the score was going, now that I had a little bit of breathing room, which I might lose here with flaring this one to the left a little bit, because there is kind of a giant canyon over there almost. Kind of like hole 4 that I didn't see until it was too late. But then I saw the bounce it got right there, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, you lucky little
Thank
rascal.
goodness. It just stayed up. Did not want to make these final 3 holes more interesting than they needed to be. Did not want to pull a bogey like Phil Mickelson did at Winged Foot in 06. Did not want to do that. So, but yeah, like I was saying, my mentality going into this hole was I wasn't trying to slam the driver super far. You know, it was, you could kind of tell it was a little bit more of a finesse-y looking swing than holes 11 or 12, for example, which sometimes that's just what you want, you know. But you know, going into it, I was like, I got 2 shots to play with. 17 and 18 are both pretty easy, honestly. 17's just a 140 par 3 down the hill. Only real trouble is to the right if you kind of swipe one right and high on the face and it doesn't get there. That's really the only trouble on that hole. And an 18 is just pretty short, and you just have to hit a good second shot, but the drive is no issue at all. So my mentality going into that 16th par 5 was just play it as a 3-shotter, which is exactly what I did. It almost backfired on me, but thank goodness it didn't. So now off to the shortest hole on the course, number 17, par 3. Did catch this one a little heavy, like I was talking about you can't be doing on this hole, but luckily I drew it enough. So instead of being down in that bunker, I am just on the front apron here. Nothing really too crazy about this shot. Breaking left to, or excuse me, from this angle, from the camera angle, left to right, but right to left, from my angle.
Just beautiful.
Oh boy, 6 straight pars now.
We've heard that one before, folks. Wedge worthy. Gotta love it.
It looked like I might
It's
fall
happened
apart.
like 3 times in this golf vlog already. Well, front 9 and back 9 combined, I mean.
At the Otsego.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Going from that start with that lip out on 10 to that kind of unforced course management error on 11. That could have, this 9 could have easily spiraled on us. I could have easily gotten my own head being like, oh my gosh, I totally blew the start of my life. I could have broke par today, you know, and then you walk away shooting 44 on the back 9, not even breaking 80. You rage quitting in your car, slamming your head on the steering wheel, you know, thinking that you're having some sort of drug-induced episode. The guy that's loading up his clubs in the car right next to you kind of thing. Trust me, man, I've been there. Every golfer has been there, you know. But luckily, today was not that day. Today was my day. at the Tribute at Otsego. Club of 77 in the first golf vlog I ever did in the city of Gaylord at the Gaylord Golf Club. And I'm just going to say it, we're getting that 77 once again. I cozied this one up real nice. And there you go, folks. What a round.
Real performance from Rory McIlroy, the 2011 United States Open champion.
What can you say about this round other than job well done, guys? Unbelievable performance today. 9 out of 13 fairways, 10 out of 18 greens. This might be the lowest score I've ever had with 3 penalties. And you know what? 2 of those 3 holes that I had penalties on, I still made par. It was unbelievable. And they were back to back, too. I don't think I've ever done that in my life. But I happened to do it for the first time in my life at, by far, my favorite golf course I've played this year, and possibly my favorite in the state. I really got to hand it to the Otsego Tribute. I really do. It's an unbelievable course. The views are insane just on the vlog that I did. They're even better in person. I highly recommend this place. But, I mean, it's just such a great, great course. You know, I've never really been kind of a water course guy. I've always liked the mountains more so. I really have. So this course is right up my alley. If you like mountain views, if you like big elevation changes, you'll love this course. You really will. So an unbelievable round today, guys. I'm so happy I played as well as I did on a new course that I had never seen before. And, you know, I shot a 78 on Garland Swamp Fire like the day before this. So 2 straight rounds in the 70s, starting to chug along. I had a really rough end of June and July, which is why I didn't see anything. So that's just the way it goes sometimes. Golf ebbs and flows, and right now we're flowing pretty good. As of this video, I was playing some really, really good golf. As of this video, I shot 75 on the Fountains, I think a week after this at Garland. Multiple rounds in the 70s at the Reflections course. The Reflections is a little bit easier, but it's still not a easy course, quote unquote. Yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Was really, really happy to get this one out before Christmas and get this out on a Friday night too, so everybody can watch it. Everybody didn't have to wait 4 days to have a chance to watch it, right? So definitely going to have some content coming up in the following year. I mean, obviously I got to get through all these vlogs first, make sure the backlog doesn't get crazy like it has in the past. You know, I mean, there's like 4 inches of snow outside, and I'm doing a golf vlog about a round that was in the middle of summer, right? I mean, come on, I gotta get my weight up on that. But you know, next year, guys, 2025, definitely going to feature some more college match content. I'm sorry you guys aren't going to get any this year. You know, I have somebody on the Ferris girls golf team, actually, that wanted to challenge me for a match, and she's like their top player. She finished like tied for 19th in the Michigan Women's Amateur or something like that last year. It might have been tied for 16th. I don't know. It was like high teens. It was like, and that's like a 4-round no-cut, like PGA Tour size event. Like, really, PGA Tour field size. So she knows what she's doing. And I've got another guy who used to work with me at Fieldstone, actually. His name's Colin, and he plays for the University of Dayton Flyers. So hopefully both of those matches will be coming your way in 2025. I am looking forward to it when they do. But for now, guys, I will see you guys in the next one. This is Buffalo Ben 15 signing off. Have a good day, everyone.